Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be proving the Pythagorean identity that secant squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. So let's dive in. So first things first, we know that Pythagoras' theorem states that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are the side lengths of a right angled triangle, like the legs of it, and c is the hypotenuse. So in this case, if we look at the diagram to the right here, we'll notice that a squared plus b squared is going to be equal to 1 squared because a and b are the legs of this right angle triangle, and 1 is the hypotenuse of the triangle. So that tells me that a squared plus b squared is equal to 1. So there we go. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out what a and b are with respect to tangent and secant. So let's think about that. Let's start with tangent. Tangent theta in general is going to be opposite over adjacent. So that's going to be b over a in this case. So therefore b is equal to a times tan of theta. Now that said, we don't know what a is yet, but we're going to probably figure it out in the next few steps here. The next thing we need to do is figure out what secant theta is equal to. Now to do that, keep in mind that secant is the same as 1 over cosine. So let's just start with figuring out what cosine is, and then we can always switch to secant in a little bit. So we know that cosine of theta is going to be equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, which is going to be a over 1, which is just a. So in summary, a is equal to cosine theta. That means that b, earlier we said it was a tan theta. That means it's going to be cos theta, since a is just cos theta, times tan theta, like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and plug in a equals cos theta and b equals cos theta tan theta into a squared plus b squared equals 1. Okay, so therefore cos theta squared, right, which is a squared, right, because we have a squared plus b squared equals 1, plus b squared, which is cos theta tan theta squared is equal to 1. Therefore, we have cos squared theta plus cos squared theta tan squared theta is equal to 1. And then if we factor out a cos squared theta from both, we get that cos squared theta times 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to 1. Then if we divide both sides by cos squared theta, we then get 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to 1 over cos squared theta. And therefore, 1 plus tan squared theta is equal to secant squared theta. And that's the identity. Well, actually, the identity says secant squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. However, we can just swap the two sides and say, therefore, secant squared theta is equal to 1 plus tan squared theta. And there we go. There's our final solution there. A bit trickier than the other Pythagorean identity we did before, that's for sure. So yeah, feel free to leave any questions you have in the comment section, and we'll see you for the next one.